In this video, I will provide unboxing and review for the super budget phone from Nokia. We have the C110 and this is Variety Stick 2. Make sure to subscribe if you haven't given me a thumbs up, and without any further ado, let's find out. Now, this phone available through Straight Talk Tour by Verizon, Tracfone and Simple Mobile for very affordable price, only $39.99. Now, if you guys still interested to buy this phone as unlock, or if you live in Europe, the phone will be unlocked for $100. Still reasonable price, but it's not low as if you pick this from the carrier I have mentioned earlier. And now let's take a quick look on the main specifications. Starting with the display, we have IPS LCD 6.3 inches. Consider a large screen. This phone doesn't have high refresh rate. It's going to be standard 60, and the resolution is going to be 720 with 273 for the PPI. Screen to body ratio is going to be 81, which is about standard as these days. And for the operating system, the phone has Android 12, which is not the latest as I'm recording the video. I'm looking forward to see if Nokia will push update for Android 13. For the hardware, we have a processor octa-core MediaTek 6762 Helio P22. Also, I'm looking forward to test this processor with playing some video games and check the operating system, see how it goes. And the memory in the phone, 32 for the internal storage, and the phone take SD card, and the RAM for the phone only 3 GB, and this is what we expect from a phone with this price. Now the camera, we have only single camera, 13 megapixel on the back, which is provide video up to 1080 at 30 FPS. It's not considered good video recording. The front facing camera, 5 megapixel, also with the same capability for the video. And finally, we have the battery, 3000 milliamp, does not support quick charging, only charge at 5 watt. Now the main advantages of the phone is a splash and dust resistance, low price, and the phone has headphone jack. The main disadvantages, the phone does not have NFC, the phone has a plastic build, and poor quality camera. Now let's go ahead and start the unboxing. First, let me have you take a look on the package. And this phone came from Straight Talk, and it's branded by Straight Talk, as you guys can see. And also the package will highlight the main specification for the phone, which is I have explained earlier for you. So you open it as you open a box. First thing, you're going to see the phone with the main specification. Also, you're going to see Straight Talk plans if you're interested to go with Straight Talk. As I said, if you're willing to buy the phone and you have Simple Mobile, you have Tour by Verizon, the same phone will be available. Now the phone should open from the top over here. So we're going to take the sleeve, and we have a plastic cover over here. Let's go ahead and remove. First thing we're going to see, which is the phone. Now let's go ahead and take a quick look on the phone and how it feels. And by the way, this phone made out of plastic, and this back has some textures and Nokia branding here. Camera, flash, and we have headphone jack, microphone, and we should have also a speaker, another microphone, and the C-type for charging, and we have power key, volume up, down control. And by the way, this phone does not have a fingerprint. Let me set this phone on the side and look to other content. So the phone comes with the charger. We have 5 watt standard charger, and we have a C-type. This should be A to C, and we have SIM ejector tool, and we have also activation instruction, and we have basically some information about the phone. Normally the quick start guide doesn't provide much information for people not familiar with the phone and the operating system, but I believe you can find so many videos, tutorial online. So let me go ahead and back to the phone itself. Let's go ahead and remove the plastic. And as I said, from the price of the phone, you can tell that the phone made out of plastic. It's very lightweight though. I mean, the phone does not feel like it's very cheap. So it feels just about any other phone within the same range of price, or even more expensive phones. But the most important thing, how the phone operates and the performance of the phone. So we're gonna go ahead and turn the phone on. We're gonna spend time with the phone, and we're gonna come back with more information and more details about this phone. Now, after spending quite some time with the phone, let me start my review with the design and build construction. Now, if you're going to take the price versus design build construction, this phone well made. In my opinion, the phone has very nice grip, has textures on the back, help the phone with a nicer grip and good feeling on the hands. The phone has very lightweight. Also, the screen to body ratio is very acceptable. The bezel is thin. So in my opinion, the design and build is decent comparing with the price. Now the phone does not have a fingerprint, but you can replace this with the face unlock if that's something you like, in order not to put the pin every time you want to unlock the phone. Other than that, I do not have much complaint about the design and build construction. Now, one of the things I find very interesting in this phone will be the quality of the speaker, and the sound system on the phone is very decent comparing with the price. Yes, the phone does not have a stereo speaker to fire from the front, but overall quality for the sound and the speaker is great. Now, for the operating system, unfortunately the phone does not have any update for the Android 13, so you're going to get the Android 12 on the meantime. The phone uses stock Android, so the phone has pre-installed application from Google, nothing extra, except some games came from the carrier because this is a straight talk phone. I believe if you go with the unlock or international variant, the phone won't have any games pre-installed on the phone. Overall, the experience with this software back to the hardware of the phone was not too shabby. I feel like the phone lags a lot and the phone takes time to load any games or application. I was not fully satisfied, but it was acceptable if we're going to take the price into consideration. Now, speaking of the hardware of the phone, I didn't mind to be 3 gigabytes of RAM or 32 gigabytes of internal storage. That's because this phone on a budget. So people want to buy the phone, they're not willing to spend much money, so they're not going to get the best specifications. But even with this specification, I feel the phone was not capable to run things smooth, and the phone has some lagginess. It doesn't work the way it should be, at least in my opinion. So every time I want to play video games, I have to wait for loading, and the loading takes longer time than usual, even with the same processor on a different phone. But this phone struggles a little bit here and there. But once you let the phone load the game and you wait a little bit, you should be able to play the video game that you want with no issues. But you guys are not going to expect the best experience of playing video games or downloading apps and social media and other things like that. Now, speaking of good things, the display in the phone is great. Colorful, very vivid, brightness level, angle view. One of the best things I enjoy using the phone for the display. Even that this display doesn't offer high resolution or high amount of PPI or high refresh rate. In my opinion, for that price, the display is great. Now, speaking of the battery performance, battery only 3000. After testing using the phone, trying to play video games here and there, the battery doesn't last longer time. And you guys will expect, even if you are a normal user of the phone, at the end of the day you have to put your phone in charger, charge your phone, because the phone won't last you one day. If you are a heavy user, probably you're going to charge the phone twice or 3 times a day. So the battery, in my opinion, is not good in this phone. Also, the phone doesn't offer quick speed of charging, so you guys will expect more than 2 hours to fully charge the battery. Now, lastly, I was very surprised and shocked about the quality of the image taken in this phone. I didn't expect, because the phone have only one single camera on the back, 13 megapixel. The phone trying to give you features like night mode. The phone has also like a portrait on the back and the front facing camera. Overall, taking pictures on this phone, it was decent comparing with the price, and only single camera. The only main problem I have in this phone, the shutter speed. Every time I want to take pictures, the phone takes a lot of time for processing the image and snap the picture. Other than that, I would say the front and the back camera will provide decent quality for the photos. Now, my overall opinion with the Nokia C110, if you are in a budget, not willing to spend more than $40, and you are on straight talk, simple mobile, Tracfone Total by Verizon, this may consider a good choice for you. For those people who want to pay full price of the phone, I would say go and find another device. In my opinion, the phone doesn't deserve to spend $100 on. Back to the processor performance, which has interrupted the whole experience of the phone. If Nokia would have changed this processor, even if they went $10, $15 more, this will be a great device. That was my opinion. Leave your opinion in the comment below, and subscribe if you haven't subscribed to Variety Stick 2. Thank you so much for watching. As always, we will see you in the next video.
Let's go. Yo, I'm like an addict, do I gotta have it. I ain't even playing, got a really bad habit. If it moves, gotta grab it, fuse like a magnet. Lose, won't have it till I'm doomed in a casket. I ain't playing, gotta